Hey everybody, it's Robert Klein here. Today what we're going to do is we're going to analyze a $600,000 property in Coquitlam, and we're going to show how most people purchase a property versus how most people do not purchase a property. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to an example that I have here. So this is 3150 Mariner Way in Coquitlam. Their asking price is $650,000. So it looks like a big, nice house. Uh, Let's go through some quick pictures. So looks like it's actually totally renovated. At least the upstairs is. So it looks pretty nice. So what else we know? We got a 7,000 square foot lot. Tax are 2,800. So we got 1,800 square foot main area, and we have a 1,200 square foot bottom. So the key part here actually is, if you notice, so it goes spacious, newly renovated two-level house, granite kitchen with stainless steel appliances, separate laundry, new hardwood floors, windows, cabinets, furnace, two separate entrance lower level suites, one bedroom and two bedroom with a den. So we got one bedroom suite and a two bedroom suite with a den, and they're saying they can rent this for about $1,500 a month. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what most people do. So on financialstuff.ca, you just go to your new sheet. So I usually just do the street title for the address, 3150 Mariner Way. Cut that copy, address, it's fine. I don't need a realtor note, don't need a short note. So if I'm purchasing it, let's say worst case scenario, I get it for $650. Taxes are $2,800, but with the grant, because you're living in it and it's your principal residence, you could get to minus $570. So you're looking at about $2,250-ish. There's no strata. Insurance for a house should be $100 a month. Flat repair, 100, just approximate. Heat monthly, it's a big house, so probably at least 150, maybe 175. No hydro, no gas. I'm just going to include that all in the heat. Water, it's billed separately, so $50 a month. And okay, so I'm just going to save that. So now I'm going to go into this and purchase. So this is a purchase. I'm going to purchase this as a principal residence. So no suite, nothing. I'm just going to show the math on it. Wait patiently. It's going to produce a PDF. Keep. So it creates a nice little title page. You can view that. So what this, you probably already been messing with this program, but here's the automatic mortgage calculations depending on how you buy it. The range here looks from $1,170 a month with the readvanceable to $2,800 with a traditional 5-year fixed with 5% down. So that's fine. Income requirement, purchase as a principal residence. So if you're buying it with CMHC, you got to have an income range of at least $100,000 a year. When you get with 20% down, you start working directly with the banks, the income requirements are going to be reduced a bit. And I'll go into why that is in a couple minutes. Okay. So here's the point I wanted to show. Most people, when they purchase a $600,000 property, they don't consider income suites, and they usually get traditional, variable, or fixed rate type of financing. So they get this nice mortgage, and they think, I can afford the mortgage, hopefully, and they're left with all their taxes, you got the insurance, repairs, heat, you got all these expenses, and they're on the hook for at least $3,000 a month, traditionally. Okay. With the readvanceable, it gets reduced dramatically, but let's take it to the next level. So let's get rid of this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider what happens when we have $1,500 a month rent coming in. So if you ever want to change any of your property sheets, you just go to edit. It's right there. And income, so rental income suite monthly. So this is rental income if you're living in it. Will be $1,500 for this specific property. And now I'm going to save that to property sheets. going to go back to here, and instead of going to the first one, I'm going to go to purchase as a principal residence with a suite. And okay, let's just get right into it. So obviously the mortgage payments will not change. That's the range. Here's something interesting to talk about. So if you look at here, 5% down, 10% down for a 600, 650 property with CMHC, you're going to be needing a range of anywhere from, well, in this scenario, 60,000 to up to 107,000, depending on how you do it. Once you get into 20% down money or dealing directly with the banks, theoretically it's possible to get an income requirement of purchasing a property of 40,000 to say 75,000. Now, why is this? Two reasons. First reason, when you're dealing with the insurance, you're going to be qualifying on, well, for the most part, you're going to be qualifying on a government set rate. So today that's at 5.19%. So you might be paying 2.7% here, but the bank wants you to qualify, or the government wants you to qualify at 5.19 or 5.29. When we deal 20% down, we're no longer dealing with CMHC, and that will reduce that qualifying rate to potentially 4.25 or even three and a quarter, depending on what bank you're going to. Second thing to consider is when you look at this rental suite income, the insurance company, or sorry, with CMHC, they're only going to give you a credit of 20% of that to pay off, to go against your mortgage. When you're dealing directly with the banks, nothing to do with CMHC, some banks will actually allow you to do 80% or even 100% of this against your property costs. So theoretically, if you had 20% down, you want a 600 grand property, and you had $1,500 a month rental income that can be proven, you now need an income qualification of that. So that's just something interesting to know in terms of how the banks view things. But let's get to the much more interesting part. And here it is. So again, now we're going to factor in the income suites. So with traditional financing, here's your income and here's all your expenses. And if you take a look here, here's a nice suite income of $1,500. Here's structuring with a readvanceable, and you're able to theoretically live in this place for a couple $100 a month. Now, one comment, this is an interest-only mortgage. So one of the things that I would consider is this is the minimum. At any given moment, you can pay whatever you want to pay down on it. See, most people when they purchase a property, they're not considering their readvanceable, they're not considering income suites. Every single month, they are on the hook for something like this, no matter what. Here, I'm just structuring the minimum if I chose to. See, most people when they purchase a property, they're thinking, okay, I obviously need to afford it. I need to pay this thing off. Well, here I'm looking at this. I'm like, whoa, I'm living in a 600 grand place, and I'm paying a couple $100 a month. That's my option to do so. So this is something that people should consider. If you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch with your realtor, or feel free to get in touch with us.